Guichen Creek pernah menjadi tempat pembuangan sampah pada akhir 1970-an. Kasur, ban bekas, kulkas, dan limbah rumah tangga menutupi alirannya. Mark Angelo, seorang dosen kehidupan liar dan konservasionis sungai di Kanada, memulai gerakan pemulihan. Mark juga pernah datang ke Indonesia, mengamati sungai Citarum di Jawa Barat dan mengkampanyekan pemulihan sungai di dunia.
Jadi ini adalah Mark. Mark pernah ke Indonesia, ke Sungai Citarum. Jadi apa sih sebenarnya perbedaan atau kesamaan antara sungai di Indonesia dengan Kanada? Kita simak wawancara dengan Mark berikut ini.
This creek way back then had lots of problems. First and foremost, it was filled with garbage and debris. People used it as a dumping ground. It was filled with old couches and refrigerators and old tires. So we literally took away truckloads of debris, tons and tons of garbage and debris, and it took us a few years to get everything out. Then we started to try and reestablish vegetation. We planted tens and thousands of trees and shrubs, and all the vegetation, the shrubs, all of the trees you see along this creek now, they were all planted starting 50, 55 years ago. So it looks much different and much better now than it did then. And then finally we tried to address pollution concerns.
Hal tersulit adalah membujuk pemerintah setempat untuk tidak mengalirkan air kotor dan limbah dari kota ke sungai. Tapi dengan pendekatan yang tepat dan dukungan publik, pemerintah akhirnya memisahkan infrastruktur limbah dan membangun sistem baru yang terpisah. Pemulihan Guichen Creek menjadi inspirasi. Sungai kecil ini membuktikan bahwa alam bisa pulih jika manusia memberi perhatian, dukungan finansial, dan moral, serta yang terpenting, kesempatan.
It's cool seeing how they've diverted the water now differently than it was before. It's more streamlined. Now they've got all these structures slowing down the water, and looks like they're adding more oxygen and stuff to the fish. Probably like a little more, but there's only so much you can do, and in such an urban area, and I think they've kind of done a great job with the limitations that exist.
So restoring a creek like this in an urban environment can be really important to give these species that have been kind of like pushed out by people a chance to have a place where they can live and survive. And I know that there's fish in there, which is really awesome, because a lot of places around here there's no more fish and they've kind of been pushed out. So I think it's a good spot for the environment.
Ketika sungai kecil ini pulih, ekosistemnya pun perlahan melengkapi. Salmon-salmon Pasifik pun misalnya bisa kembali pulang. Mereka menemukan jalan ke hulu untuk bertelur.
It's amazing to have salmon back in this creek. This creek was barren and dead 50 years ago, but we undertook a major effort to restore it. And as we cleaned it up, as we restored it, our goal was also to reestablish salmon back into the creek. So we worked on releasing chum salmon a number of years ago, and they have done very well. These are now wild fish. These fish, we see chum salmon return to this creek every year now. They have a 4-year life cycle, so the salmon you're seeing today are fish that literally were hatched in this creek 4 years ago. They worked their way to the ocean. They went a long way to sea, and then they undertook this amazing journey to return to the creek. It's a wonderful thing, an incredible thing about salmon.
Salmon memiliki karakter selalu berpasangan untuk meletakkan telur di hulu sungai. Setelah bertelur, lebih sering salmon-salmon dewasa ini mati dalam perjalanan panjangnya kembali ke laut. Tapi kematiannya memberi makanan dan nutrisi bagi ekosistem sungai, juga kesempatan hidup ratusan ekor generasi baru yang menggantikannya. Menyelamatkan Guichen Creek bukan sekedar menyelamatkan salmon, tapi juga menyelamatkan kehidupan lain di sekitarnya, termasuk manusia. Karena sungai yang sehat adalah sumber harapan bagi setiap kehidupan di sekitarnya. Yogi Tujuliarto, Vancouver, Kanada.